As we grow older, the world expects us to be strong, even when our heart is tired. But there is a message you are meant to hear today, a message that can change how you face tomorrow. It comes from a simple Buddhist story, and it may be exactly what your soul has been waiting for. My dear friends, have you ever felt the quiet whisper of exhaustion after years of striving, years of building, years of giving? Perhaps retirement has brought a new kind of quiet, and with it, a new set of questions. Do you sometimes wonder what your purpose is now, when the routines that defined so much of your life have faded? Or perhaps you find yourself facing changes in your health, in your relationships, or in the world around you, and a deep yearning for peace settles in your heart. What if I told you that this very stage of life, with all its newness and all its challenges, holds a profound opportunity for joy and liberation? Let me share a simple parable. A wise old farmer lived in a village nestled beside a great river. For decades, he had tended his fields, always planting the strongest seeds, always battling the fiercest weeds. He was known for his tireless work, for his strong hands, and for the bountiful harvests he brought forth. But as the years passed, his body began to ache more often. His back, once so straight, developed a gentle curve. His hands, once firm, now trembled slightly. The villagers, seeing his slowed pace, often said, "Poor old farmer, his best days are behind him." One day, a young, ambitious traveler came to the village. Seeing the farmer sitting quietly by the river, simply watching the water flow, the traveler asked, "Old man, why do you not tend your fields? Surely your purpose is to work, to produce, to be strong as you once were." The farmer smiled, a deep, gentle smile that crinkled the corners of his eyes. He picked up a smooth, round stone from the riverbank, worn perfectly smooth by centuries of water. "Young man," he said, "for many years my purpose was indeed to plant and harvest. I was like a rushing torrent, carving my path through the land, shaping it to my will. But now my purpose has changed. I am like this stone. The river of time has smoothed my rough edges, taken away what was no longer needed, and left me with a different kind of strength, a quiet strength that understands the flow rather than fights against it." This simple story, my friends, holds a profound truth for each of us as we navigate this precious stage of life. Have you ever felt that society, or even your own inner voice, expects you to keep rushing, keep doing, keep proving your worth, even when your inner wisdom is calling for something different? It is easy to compare ourselves to our younger selves, to the person who once climbed mountains or managed companies or raised bustling families. We might look back with a sense of loss for what was, or forward with a sense of anxiety for what might be. But what if there was another way to look at this stage of life? What if, like the old farmer, you are now being invited to embrace a new kind of strength, a strength of presence, of wisdom, of being rather than merely doing? It is a strength that is not about physical prowess or accumulated wealth, but about the richness of your inner landscape. Many of you have spent your lives tirelessly serving others, building careers, raising families. Now, in this quieter chapter, you might find yourself with more time. This newfound freedom can sometimes feel disorienting, can it not? The quiet can be loud at first. We might struggle with the transition from a life filled with external demands to a life that asks us to look inward, to cultivate our own peace. Perhaps you find yourself restless, searching for a new project, a new hobby, anything to fill the perceived emptiness. But pause with me for a moment and just breathe. Feel the air as it enters your lungs and then gently releases. This simple act of breathing, always present, always renewing, is a silent teacher. It reminds us that life is happening right here, right now. We often spend so much time reliving the past or rehearsing the future that we miss the quiet grace of the present moment. Consider another parable, a teaching from the Buddha. A traveler, lost and hungry, stumbled upon a beautiful fruit tree. Its branches were heavy with ripe, sweet fruit. But instead of picking a fruit and eating it, the traveler stood beneath the tree, lamenting the journey he had taken to get there, and worrying about the long journey still ahead. He worried about which fruit would be best, about how many he should take, about whether the fruit would last. And so he stood there, consumed by past and future, while the perfect, nourishing fruit hung just above his head, waiting to be enjoyed. Does this sound familiar, my friends? Do you sometimes find yourselves missing the richness of the present moment because you are caught in the story of what was or what might be? This precious time in your life is not a waiting room for the end, nor is it a dusty museum of the past. It is a vibrant, living moment, full of opportunities for simple joys, for deeper connections, and for profound inner growth. Perhaps you find joy in a grandchild's laughter, in the warmth of the sun on your skin, in a quiet cup of tea, in tending a small garden, or simply in the silence of your own home. These are not small joys. These are the threads of true happiness, often overlooked in the grand tapestry of our past ambitions. The wisdom of the farmer, who understood the different kind of strength found in stillness, is a call for us to slow down and truly see the world around us and the world within us. And what about challenges? We all face them at every stage of life. Perhaps health concerns arise, or the loss of loved ones brings deep sorrow, or the world seems to change faster than we can keep up. These experiences can make our hearts feel heavy. It is natural to feel pain, to feel fear. But even in these moments, the Buddhist path offers solace. It teaches us about impermanence, the gentle truth that everything changes. Nothing stays the same, neither joy nor sorrow. This understanding does not diminish our feelings. Rather, it allows us to hold them more gently, knowing that they too are like clouds passing in the sky. When we cling to things as if they could stay forever, whether it is our youth, our health, or our past roles, we create suffering for ourselves. But when we learn to flow with life, to accept what is, moment by moment, we find a deep wellspring of peace. This is not passive resignation. It is active wisdom. It is the ability to adapt, to find new ways of being, to discover strength in vulnerability. You, my dear friends, have lived rich and varied lives. You carry within you a treasure trove of experience, resilience, and wisdom. This is not a time to retreat from life, but to engage with it in a new and profound way. Perhaps your purpose now is to simply be a source of quiet strength for those around you, to share a kind word, a gentle smile, a listening ear, to pass on the stories of your life, not as boasts, but as lessons learned, as wisdom gained. I invite you to consider this. What if the greatest legacy you can leave is not in what you did, but in who you are becoming in this very moment? What if your presence, your calm, your compassion, is the most powerful gift you can offer to the world? Sometimes we are afraid to embrace this new phase of life fully because it requires letting go of old identities. The successful CEO, the busy parent, the tireless community leader. These roles served you well, but they were not the entirety of who you are. Beneath all those layers lies a pure, unblemished spirit, full of light and love. This time is an invitation to uncover that spirit, to let it shine without the need for external validation or constant activity. Let me share one more image, a final piece of wisdom. Imagine a magnificent old tree. It no longer needs to grow taller, to produce more fruit, or to prove its strength. Its roots are deep, its trunk is broad, its branches spread wide, offering shade and shelter. It simply stands magnificent in its being, home to countless creatures, a silent witness to seasons changing. Its wisdom is in its stillness, its generosity in its very presence. This is the beauty and potential of your current journey. You are like that wise old tree. You have weathered many storms, grown through countless seasons. Now, you stand in your magnificent wisdom, not needing to prove anything, but simply to be, to offer the shade of your experience, the beauty of your presence, and the quiet strength of your spirit. Do not let the world tell you that your best days are behind you. For the Buddhist path teaches us that every single moment, every breath, every heartbeat is an opportunity for renewal, for awakening, for deepening our understanding of peace and joy. This message is for you, today, to carry into tomorrow. May you embrace the quiet strength, the profound wisdom, and the boundless compassion that resides within your beautiful heart. Before we conclude, I gently invite you to consider sharing a reflection in the comments below. What is one small, simple joy you have discovered in this stage of your life? Your shared wisdom can be a guiding light for others. May you be well. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you know the profound peace that lies within you, always available, always waiting. Carry this peace with you, my dear friends, into every tomorrow.